Kendrick Lamar's surprise album GNX has already been a huge success. It's another #1 for Kendrick Lamar, who continues his iconic run. I gotta be honest with you guys, I've been looking and trying to decode the different meanings of what GNX could mean outside of being a vehicle that Kendrick likes. Is there some type of double entendre in the meaning? What does GNX mean? Kendrick Lamar has earned that in my book. This dude has been so clever and witty, and he makes you put together things that probably ain't even there. We'd probably be making up stuff for Kendrick Lamar, but because he's so secret and coded and sick in the head, we're oftentimes trying to put together messages out there that maybe Kendrick put together, or maybe we're just putting together as fans. That's true art, right? Here's what I've been able to put together so far. Kendrick Lamar really loves the Buick GNX. This car once beat a Ferrari in a quarter-mile run by 0.3 seconds. More specific to Kendrick's life, K-Dot once revealed that his father drove him home from the hospital in the parent model of the GNX, which is a Buick Regal. If you remember, Kendrick was born in 1987 when the Buick released their Regal and the GNX. Kendrick also recently posted himself purchasing said GNX. You could start to play the game of, is Kendrick comparing rap today to a place he's trying to take it back of yesterday? And does this mean he's taking us back in time with the black and white cover? I don't know. I do know this. Kendrick Lamar maybe doesn't have 1,000 codes out there for me to decipher on this body of work, but what he did was keep it entirely West Coast. Pretty much everything that moved on Kendrick's new album GNX has something to do with the West Coast. All of the rappers have West Coast ties. SZA obviously has West Coast ties. The production, Mustard! We know these are all West Coast people. And what Kendrick Lamar has done a phenomenal job of doing for California, let's call a spade, a region that loves their music, but as a whole, a lot of us ain't been feeling a lot of the music that's been coming from California outside of a Kendrick, a Roddy Ricch, a YG for quite some time. Kendrick is putting California in the position to be the top dog in 2025 once again, no pun intended. Kendrick is doing his due diligence to let everybody know, when I said not like us, I meant that for real. And I mean us as in the West Coast, not just a Drake diss record. So you got to give Kendrick Lamar a lot of love for putting it all on his shoulders to put the West Coast on all of 2024. And I think another great thing Kendrick's doing with this project, you know, I see people listening to Not Like Us, which is a hardcore diss record, to be a mainstream diss record, right? I see people loving records like Euphoria, maybe not as much out in public, but you get it. It's still one that people know line for line, word for word. I see people vibing out to turn his TV off, and squabble up. I think Kendrick Lamar is making the West Coast sound great again, right? He is making people understand that when that coast is clicking on all cylinders, what guys like Tupac started, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, what those legends started, it can be done the right way. And I don't think you'll ever hear Kendrick come out and say some people over the West Coast over the last few years didn't get it right. But I think it's dope to see Kendrick doubling down on that sound and making it more mainstream again. It don't sound like he's making West Coast music that only the West Coast likes. He's making music that the West Coast obviously loves, but everybody else can tap into and dance at the family function to, more than Miss Morale, the Big Steppers, for sure. Time, love, and support with your boy, never take for granted. What did you think of listening to Kendrick's GNX album, first, second, third time listen? Out the gate, I like Luther. That was my favorite record. Then Squabble Up was my favorite record because we heard the preview of it on Not Like Us. Right now, turn his TV off. That's the one I'm playing over and over again, but it does change with this dude, all right? Let me know your thoughts. I'm out. Right now, I'm offering you a special way to support your boy FERRO. If you enjoy my great quality content I put out every single day, make sure you cop a Facebook supporter badge or a YouTube membership. The prices start as low as $3.99 to show your boy that you support the grind. Tap in right now and join a special community of those that support your one and only, yours truly, FERRO.